Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the outbound email configurations and also we'll create a use case for our NeedIt application to send a notifications. So to start with, an outbound email can send a notification to more than one or two people or more recipients in response to specific activities in ServiceNow. What are those specific activities? When the records are inserted or updated in a table, or when you generate an event by using the event queue method, or if you have in a workflow and you have this notification activity that also triggers the notification. And if you are using the flow designer, there will be an activity in the flow designer as well to send a notifications. These are all the different ways where we can send a notifications to the users. But what would be the use cases? The use cases are when an user created an incident for his work, he would like to get a notification with all the details about the incident. That could be one of the use case to send a notifications or to configure a notification. And the second use cases will be if the incident is assigned to a particular user, he would like to get a notifications about that incident which is assigned to him, which is going to be work on it. So these are the different use cases where we can think of configuring or creating an outbound email notifications. So what would be the configuration while we are creating a notifications? What are the fields on the notification form? If we look at here, you have to give a name to a notification and also you have to select a table on which this notification will be triggered and a category. This category will be used to group a similar type of notifications together. And also you have an active or inactive. These are the major configuration fields that are available in the notification. So let's go here, open our developer instance, and we are going to do it in NeedIt application. Ensure that we are in NeedIt scope. From here, go to the notifications. So in the notification, so these are the all the notifications that are available in the system. To create a new, you have a new action to create a new notification. And as we discussed, these are all the fields that are available in the configuration. Once you filled out this information, you also have three tabs, which will be when to send and who will receive and what it will contain. So let's discuss about the first tab. Before that, when you open any notification, it will be in a default view. To go to the advanced view, you can click on the advanced view. Okay, let's do the one thing. Create a notification for our NeedIt. Let's say send overdue overdue notification, overdue NeedIt task notification. And on which table? This will be on NeedIt table. And let's save this. Let's save this. I'm not sure it is saved as of now. Let's go and create one more time. Overdue NeedIt records notification. This will be on NeedIt table. and let's save this. Okay, this will be on event fired. The event is, let's go here, try to find the one that we have created, the NeedIt overdue records. Let's select this event and save this. And let's go here, go to, this is already we are in a advanced view. So in the first tab, when to send, you can configure a notification when the record is inserted or record is updated, or you can also send a notification when an event gets triggered. So in this case, we are trying to configure this notification when the event is triggered. That's why we selected this event. And if you have more conditions to it, you can use this condition builder, the simple condition builder, to select that condition. But you have a complex condition where it requires a script. You can also use this advanced condition script. This takes the server side script and finally it has to result to the answer flag to true. When the value is true, then only you get to see the notification triggering, otherwise it will not be triggered. And you also have a field called weight. So we will discuss this weight value, weight, the importance of this field in next few minutes, but it will take, for the record purpose, it will take the number in this weight field. Then the next one we have here, who will receive it. So in this section, you can configure the recipients who are going to receive this notification. You can select directly the users which are available in this user table, and also you can also select the groups which are available in the sorry, this is a field, the groups that are available in the system, and it will send all the people who are part of that group. But if you want to send the notification on the record reference fields or record column names, the information that are there in the column names of the record, then you can select this user groups and field. For example, I would like to send the notifications to assign to. I will be select that field here and bring it to here and lock it. So as of now, I'm going to send this assign to. For example, this notification is configured to send on event fired, and you are sending this users on one of the parameters to this event. You can either select event param 1 or event param 2. Most of the cases when you're sending and when you're triggering an event, you also send two parameters to that event. It could be a chance that you're sending the recipients to these events also to along with this event event generated along with the parameters. If that's the case, you can select this event param 1 or event param 2 as in the recipients to the notification. But if it is not that option here, you select when send when to record inserted and record updated, then you don't get to see this event 1 param or event 2 param available options in this who will receive. Then the next one in here is what it will contain. This is actually the HTML template. This is actually the actual notification body of the notification that we will create here. So here you have a field called content type. You can select what type of content type that you're going to send as a notification. Mostly we will select content type is an HTML, and you can give the importance to this notification. If you have an attachments, you can also use this include attachments, and you also can give a specific from and reply to kind of an information with this. If you want to provide that, this is the place where you will give it to those information. Then Go to the subject and give the subject as this. Give the subject as overdue, need it task. And I would like to have a task number to here. So this task number is a dynamic value. How we can give the dynamic values to here? Let's go here, keep your control cursor on that field and go to here and select that field column name. The field column name that I wanted here is a number. So here go to impact number here. So let's select this and paste it here. So what it will be having, the subject will have overdue needed task and the task number and the task number. Then in the body, I would like to send this or I would like to make a body as this dear and the first name of the assigned to field. So for that, since this is a dynamic value, each record will have a different assignee. We would like to read that from the current record. To get that information, you go here in the assigned to field, this is a reference field, and you will be having the first name inside this assigned to tree structure of the record. Let's go here, select the first name. So take this assign to first name which gets created by default. So this is how you can directly read the information from the record. Assign to first name and it will be in a curly braces and it starts with the dollar symbol. Next, and overdue need it task is assigned to you. Assigned to you. And that is the number. What is the task number? So that's a number. Either you can give that or let's go back to the main record, main fields and select that particular field, the number. And we also need to add short description to this. Okay, sure. Let's go to the control, the next line and short description. Next one, please complete, complete the complete this task as soon as possible. And I would like to give a link to that record. So click here to view the needed task record. So we have to provide the link to that record. How do we provide the link to that record? There is an inbuilt functionalities that are available for us to use it. Let's go here in our PPT. Let's go here in our PPT. Look at this. For example, see, if you use CRI, this links to the current record. If you want to show that record number and give the link to that record number, this is the field that you have to use in your notification template. That is URI reference. If you want to give a reference to the reference field, then you have to give that field name dot URI. But if you want to give the reference to that reference field with its name, then you have to give the reference field URI reference. And it's a display value. Okay. Let's go here. What we have to use here, what we need to here is use here is URI reference. Let's go here. Dollar curly braces URI reference. URI reference. And save this. And save this. And for example, you have the weightage being provided here. For example, let's say 0 by default it will be there. Let's give 100. Let's give 100. So let's go to the PPT. I've already documented it, how this will be behaved here. For example, notification with a weight value of 0 is always sent. If a notification have a weight value is 0, it always sent. And the next case here is if a notification have a non-zero weight value, then what is the case? In the case of if a notification is triggering for the same recipients, if there is a multiple notification triggered for the same purpose and for the same recipients and having the weight value, non-zero weight value, the highest weight value of this it's sent. If you have three notifications which triggered for the same activity and the recipients are same, then it looks out for the weight value. If the weight value is highest, whichever notification has the highest, it sends the notification. But in case if the weight value is same for all the notifications and it is a non-zero, then all three notifications will be sent. So that's how the system will determine which notification will be sent if there is multiple notification for the same recipients for the same activity. That depends on weight. One more time, if it is a 0, it will be sent. If it is a non-zero, it looks out for which is the highest weight value, that notification will be sent. If non-zero value is same for more than one notifications, and all these notifications will be sent to the user. Okay. With that, we are done configuring our notification here. So what we have done, we have created a notification and we have configured this notification on NeedIt table. And when we are going to send this notification, when the event is gets fired, and we also link that event here. So when this event gets fired, this notification will be triggered. And who will receive it? This will be received to the assigned to field of that particular user. And what it contains this information. Okay, let's save this. And the next topic that we have here is email scripts. The next topic that we have here is email scripts. The email event scripts will be used to print a messages in the notification, and this email script can be determined based on the server side script. Your you can have a server side script which result into some kind of a string, and you would like to send that message to the email. We can use notification email scripts, and these email scripts have this below objects that are available. Those are current, email, and template and event. This event method, the last one, only available when we are configure this notification to be triggered when the event is fired. Otherwise, this will not be available. What will be the current? The current will be the record on which this email gets triggered. And email, it will have a few more methods for this email API, email outbound API. And the template will be used for us to print these messages to the notification template. And let's go and do one of the use case wherein right now in your messages, we are sending this information. But if there are other notifications also available, other needed tasks which are assigned to him also been overdue, I would like to have a number of the records which are currently overdue and assigned to him. Currently overdue assigned to him. That means that I would like to have something like this. In addition to this, in addition to this overdue record, overdue needed task, you also have The number here, it will come as a number. More NeedIt tasks. So I would like to have this message saying that, boss, you have more overdue needed task other than this task. So please complete as soon as possible. How do you determine whether this assigned to user have more needed record assigned to him? So for that, we have to create a notification script, outbound notification scripts. Let's go to the email scripts, email script. So this is a notification email script and we will be creating one new. So while creating a name to this email script, it shouldn't have any special characters or any spaces. Let's say count of needed tasks assigned to count of needed tasks assigned. See, I don't have any spaces been added. I don't have any special characters being added to here. What it takes, takes an underscore to it. So I want to get the number of records which are currently overdue assigned to him. So what we need to do, I need to do a glide record query where gr needed equal to new glide record. What is the table? That table is a needed table. Let's go here, pick the table name, needed. And this is the table name. This is a table name and needed add query assigned to. This should be assigned to. This should be assigned to the current record assigned to. So this should be same as the current record assigned to, and the state should be add query. State should be greater than state should be less than 3. That means that an active record. And this also should be expired or overdue. How do we check overdue? We have to compare against when needed field. So when needed field, we need to have a current, we need to read a current time when this gets executed. How do we read it? Where right now new glide date and time. When you instantiate this glide and date and time API, it returns you the current time when this script is getting executed. So I'm going to read this due date or the needed date is less than or equal to right now. That means that if it is the old records, then let's go write the query. Hit this with the query. And how do we get the row count on the glided record? We have an API method that are available is get row count. So as of now, by using the glide record query, I have the row count. From here, I would like to build a message. What is that message? Message is in addition to this overdue needed task, you have then the number here. Let's copy this. Let's copy this and paste it here. Paste it here. So -1 because we are not going to show the current record, right? We have to exclude the current record. That's why from the list, we are excluding the one number minus more overdue need it task. So this is my message. This message I need to print to that a particular, I need to print that particular notification message. How do we do that? To pass this information to the notification which is using, we have to use this method called in the object template. There is a method called print, and whichever we are going to print the message. The message that I already built here, this is a message. So to get the count of the overdue records assigned to a particular user and which are active, I have written a glad record query and I have built that message by using the template print. I have passed this message from whichever notification using this email script. Let's copy this email script, save it, and go back to our notification. Go back to our notification. How do we add a mail script to the notification? This is a syntax. It starts with the dollar and curly braces, mail underscore script, and the script name, and ends with curly braces. Okay, let's go and save this. And we can test this notification before we are making this an active. We can get a first-hand experience how this notification is looking like. To do that, let's go here, click on preview notification. So for example, it takes this record, task ends with 20295, and it is saying that that is an empty, and overdue needed task is assigned to you, and the task number, short description, needed application human resource request. In addition to this overdue needed task, you have two more overdue needed tasks. Please complete the task as soon as possible. Click here to view the needed task record. This is a link to that record with the display name. On click of it, it takes the user to the a particular needed record. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Let me do one thing. Needed records. And how many overdue records are there? For example, let's go when needed. When needed is before today. So these 8 many are there, but I don't want to show closed complete. Filter out. So these are all the filter out. So these are all the current records, which are 6, which are currently overdue. And let's say Fred Lodi, Abel McLean, and Fred Lodi. Let's go here in the Fred Lodi. I already given my email address to this email account. Before to do that, we also need to see email configuration, email properties. Let's go to these email properties. Ensure that you have enabled email sending and enabled email receiving. And also you need to configure email accounts in PDI. I have already created a previous video how we can configure the email accounts. So you have to create a POP3 and SMT, SM, SMPT, SMTP protocol mailboxes. I've configured through the Gmail. You can also do that by watching this video. And also you have to ensure you have this enable sending and enable receiving both are checked and saved. to test this um, email notifications functionality. So everything looks good. And for the Fred Ludi also, I have given my email address. I'll do one more thing. I'll do one more thing here. I'll give one more record, Fred Ludi. So what my expectation is, when the notifications sent to this Fred Lodi, you will have every information, and also it says that you have two more needed tasks which are assigned to you. How can we trigger notifications? We also created a schedule job which triggers the event, and that event triggers the notifications. Schedule jobs. Okay, let's go here. Scheduled jobs. Let's search with the need, the one that we have created. Yeah, needed records, needed overdue records. If you look at this, it finds all the overdue records, and also it sends this event. It plays that event queue. With that event queue, we just configured a notification. So with this event name, we configured the notification so that we will get a notifications for that. Let's execute this. Let's execute this, and we can go here, check event log to see if that events are generated or not. So if you look at it, these events are just created, and that's fine. Due to that, let's see if notifications are also being created. Notification logs. You can go to the email notifications or system logs. Let's go to the email. Let's just search email under the system logs. Under the system logs, you have emails. Let's go to here. If you look at it, just now these notifications been sent. For Fred Ludi, whichever email address that I have given this cloudglideconsulting@gmail.com. Let me log into that email account. Let's go here. Let's go to the incognito mode, gmail.com, sign in. And what is that email address? cloudglideconsulting.com. So as previously we said, there are total three records for Fred loading. If you open, okay, just now at 9:23 we received this email notifications from ServiceNow. Let's click on this. And this is the notifications that we have configured, right? Dear Fred, an overdue needed task is assigned to you, and the task number, short description. In addition to this overdue needed task, you have two more overdue needed tasks. So if you look at this, where this came from the notification email script. And how we get the first name of the Fred? By using that dollar curly braces on the column name, by using the dot walking from the assigned to we went to the first name. This is how you can dynamically create a notifications and it picks this information from the record which is getting executed. And we also used URI reference to give you a reference to the current record. So on click of it, it has to directly take us to record. I just copied that URL, click on it, it directly takes us to this particular record. So in this video, we looked at how can we create a notification, what are all the configurations options that are available on the page, and those three tabs, when needed, what it contains. And we discussed that particular notification properties as well. And we also discussed about how we can create a notification script. Thank you so much.